have them in my car.
Thank
Go.
We're looking at, taking like 3 parking spots out of the city. Parking right out here, the employee parking for horse physical therapy. I don't know Zach's views on it.
You do?
Yeah.
You might have changed his views on it. You did.
Did you change your view?
Were you listening?
I listened. I was there. So what Patrick would like would be 3 of the city spots, city employee spots, towards the east end for his patients that, have more trouble than I do getting in there. When they have knee problems or elderly people, because the parking in front fills up pretty quick, especially if they've got something big going on at the courthouse. So that's the gist of it. And I have noticed that when we're gonna have the meeting last time, that the lot filled up pretty full with the cop car and other things. And then I came back to town today and there was 4 spots open over there.
Okay. I was parked there.
I know.
I usually park there.
I know, and Melissa parks there, I understand that. We've got a cop car that was parked there for a week.
I think they move over there if someone's gone.
Okay.
I think.
Or do some training or something like that.
But I mean, they're tax-paying business, and I guess in my eyes, and you can all shoot me if you want to, but if they're a tax-paying business and if these spots are not being used all the time, 3 spots at that end to get someone closer to their therapy, because the spots do fill up out front, especially if there's something big going on at the courthouse. I would say that it would be a nice closer walk for people. Cause there was a lady, I had physical therapy yesterday and she went over there and she had to park a ways away earlier in the day. And she said if I have to park this far away, because she had issues with her legs or whatever, that she'd try to find a different therapist.
So I feel for the ones that are physically, the elderly thing, everybody downtown has elderly customers, so long story short, I don't think a fee would be anything that I'm excited about. Maybe 2 spots temporarily, see how it goes for a few months, see if that's enough for him. I don't know. I mean,
So as a taxpayer and citizen myself,
Mhm.
I'm gonna put in a petition that I want all the spots right out here by City Hall.
But what's the reason for
I'll go get everybody down my block to sign a supportive petition that I want those spots.
it?
I want, well, because I'm on city council and I think I need to have those spots in case I wanna bring people in.
But my reasoning is that is a physical therapy place that I'm sure does have more people that are, you know.
So what about LaGrange's? Well, I got a bunch of elderly people coming here, so I need all
But
the
that's-
first 10 rows in front of my.
That's why I said
business.
elderly. I'm not I'm not too excited about the elderly, because yeah, like you're saying, it's the people, I assume that there are more, there's gotta be the biggest percentage of people that are actually some way handicapped from, like what Ron was experiencing, they're gonna go in there. So I don't have a problem with 2 spots and see how it goes.
So with the 2 spots, are they just for horse physical therapy?
That's,
Or is it open to
Yeah.
everybody?
No, he'd probably have to have them just for horse, otherwise there's no reason for it. But
Right, so then how do we stop from marking that these are just for LaGrange, these are just for whoever downtown? If we start putting public parking spots into certain things.
yeah, I mean, we're opening ourselves up for someone coming and saying, I got the same issue, I've got disabled people coming in for this reason, and
Have we looked into moving the handicap spot back down to that end where it's in front of horse
We
instead of
have.
further down by the alley?
we have.
And we do have safety training here, and we do have the cities of Traer and LaPorte City actually come here and utilize our parking lot for their safety training, as well as our staff.
But there's a whole parking lot behind Kirkwood, and there's parking right along the street over there.
Correct. I'm just saying what happens here.
We just take down the reserve for fitness signs on like a couple of spots and just make them free game like the rest of the spots over there and see what happens.
I think
Oh.
that's what you would have to do.
oh,
Instead of reserving them, because I agree that if we put
But
them
then-
just for
if you
horse,
do
we're
that-
gonna have more people coming and being like, hey, my business wants 2 spots too.
Oh.
But if you do that, then what's to stop LaGrange from parking? People that work at LaGrange.
No.
That's part of having
Right.
open parking. and
Right,
just-
so then it
it's
doesn't
first come, first
benefit.
serve like all the
well, it
other
might,
parking.
if we open up 2 spots or whatever, it might solve the problem, it might not, but it's something we could try. I
It,
mean,
it also might make it so our people that work here in the city council, or here at our building, that they don't have a parking spot out there either. So we could be taking from our city employees.
Well, when I go to Horst, I'm a city employee, so I park there, so I walk around to go there.
Shame on you.
No, I'm a city employee.
I don't know, but then
Here's-
going back to that, like, we don't have specialized parking at my job, and I've never had specialized parking at any job that I've ever had.
And my issue with it is
That's where
it's,
you work.
it's
You find
public
a parking
property. And if we reserve it for a private entity, who's gonna move the snow? Are the street department gonna continue to move the snow off of those parking spots? So
Well,
now
now we're
we're,
still gonna be city parking, or.
but it's
city-
There'll still
not,
be
they're
some
reserved
spots
for
there.
horse. This is my point, is that,
But if they're just open to the
but-
public,
but-
then it makes more sense
But
for
the
us.
thing is though, Zach, the other side of it is DOT, and the city cleans that.
that's a little different. That's government agency to government agency. That's completely different than government to a citizen or a business. It's providing a service for one citizen that you're not providing to anybody else. And then number 2 on my list is who's going to, if you put signs there for horse parking, who's going to patrol
Monitor
that?
it.
And if it's city property and we're just allowing him to have it, he has no legal basis to call a tow truck to have those vehicles removed. If we rented those spaces to him, then you're renting them from the city, it's yours. If somebody's parked there that's not one of your customers, you call a tow truck and have that vehicle towed. We're not gonna spend more taxpayer money on sending the cops to chase down the owners of vehicles because they're parked in horse parking spots.
That's fine.
That's my take on it.
No,
you're saying you're okay if we charge, maybe?
That's the only way I can see it even being remotely feasible.
How about another handicap spot? How about one more handicap spot? In theory, you have 2 spots then.
Yeah, you're gonna take 2 spots and
No,
make
there's one now already. I mean, I'm just saying.
On the other, well,
On the
there's
north
one
side.
over there, there's one on the other end of the block where Doc Anthony's office used to be.
But if you create a handicap spot,
Mhm.
you need 2 parking spots to create a handicap spot.
Oh, that's
And is there enough,
I like the idea of.
is there enough room to
handicapped,
create
they can get
another
into that
handicap
easier than what
spot
they can now.
on
But,
this end
you know, I'm just saying.
with the curve of the.
I feel for the situation.
lot.
I really do.
I mean, if we can
Yeah.
figure out a way that
The other thing
there
is
is.
this way, It's not like this just happened.
Doesn't sound any of it good to me, but.
It's not like this just sprung up on him. He bought the business.
No,
he
that's
knew
right.
what the parking situation was when he bought it.
No, that's exactly right.
But when we sat over there and talked that night, and I think it was you said, why don't you find a different place with a bigger parking
I,
lot?
I said that.
Or you said that.
Yeah.
Well, he just spent how much goddamn money
Yeah.
to make that building a nice place?
And then he could sell it for more than what he,
He ain't
Yeah,
gonna
he
sell
can-
it.
he can
Real
make-
estate right now.
I'm not, it's not my job
I
to
know.
worry about him making business, like his business. It's our job to worry what's best for the citizen and what's fair for everybody. And that's not fair to say
Yeah, but we're supposed to be looking out for our businesses too.
we are, but you're looking out for one business. You're not looking out for the businesses.
I feel for the situation, I really do, but unfortunately, my opinion is we can't make it an exception. It just, it
I don't think we can
should not be
designate them
done.
specifically to a business, but I think we can take 2 signs down and make them free game. If they're open, they're open. If they're not, they're not.
Do we put signs up all the way down the street on this side that says no county parking? If you're going to the courthouse, do not park on this side of the street.
Well, what about what she was saying, I was saying about just having open game then for a couple?
Yeah, we can do that. That's about the only thing you're gonna be able to do, but
Everything else gets us into hot water in different areas. But if we just
Yeah.
open up 2 spaces that are now also public parking spaces, it's first come, first served. If they're open, they're open. If they're not, they're not. Like every other parking on the street.
How many vehicles on a regular Monday through Friday for city employees are parked in that lot?
I would say for sure 5.
For sure 5.
I mean, you leave for lunch, you leave to do the post office run. Melody comes and goes.
And I say that's the other thing.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
by
say 5.
taking just 2 spots, we're making it so our city employees.
No, because there's still so many public parking
There-
places over there.
There is, but it might make it so they have to. So like it's taking away from our city workers.
I mean, I don't think we need city employees.
Did he
spots as a
ever
whole, just
explore
my opinion, but-
the option with the DOT?
I don't think he did, no.
If I had a spot over there, I'd give it up.
What? What did you say?
Well, we're talking about city employees. I've never used one. I never thought of myself as a city employee that would use one of those spots. But I'm getting off subject here, of course. But I don't know.
Well, as you said, you've never had a close parking spot.
Oh my god, I worked at Cornell College and I had to trudge up like a bunch of concrete stairs and walk like a half a mile to get to my building. That was the closest spot.
So, and as I keep going back to tax-paying business.
So, but every homeowner that came in and asked for a variance, what's the first thing we gotta say?
For variance is,
And it cannot be a self-inflicted hardship.
that is correct.
He knew exactly what he had
And
when he
it
bought
can't
the
be
place.
financial. It cannot be financial for a variance as well. That's the law. That's state.
Is that what we're talking about, a variance?
No, what I'm
Talking
saying
about a
is, but
goddamn
that's what we're telling
variance, we're
everybody.
talking about fucking parking spots.
How many other places in town do we let private citizens rent city property for their business use?
Why? Yeah.
Do not.
I'm more open to opening up even one single spot to the public, and I mean, trying something that maybe it helps 3 people to get in and out of the business a little easier.
I'm good with just opening it up to the public, but not assigning them to.
Yeah,
No.
I've kind
No,
of changed my
that's
tune on that
not
myself. I mean,
Is there an opportunity for like a quote-unquote loading zone? Like in front of the library, we have 15-minute parking. So if you're dropping off somebody for therapy, you have the ability to pull into that spot, help them out,
See, that's kind
Does
of my whole
anybody
thing
even
again.
monitor that though at the
I
library?
didn't wanna
Because
go
I've
down
been
that
parking
road,
those spots
but if
for
these
over
people
10
have to be
years.
that close to be able to get in there, chances are they shouldn't be driving anyhow. They should have somebody driving them there.
I mean, some of those people, I know somebody who goes there and she's perfectly capable of driving, it's just her hips and her knees are so falling apart that she can't walk an overly long distance. It doesn't mean you can't drive.
And I'm trying to be empathetic to the situation, but when we start setting precedents that people can come back and get on us later.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, just open 2 spots to the public parking.
I would be okay with that, but that's as far as I would go.
Yeah, and I'd be okay with that, and I sincerely hope it would help. I don't know if it would, but
And then if Melissa and Chris drive down there tomorrow morning and park in those 2
that's
public
their
spots,
choice.
that's how it is.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly right. That's
You
exactly
mean
right.
the spot I'm always using at the very end there?
No, that's exactly right. I mean,
My
You
car
have
is
to drive
falling
by the day after we take the signs down.
Because people from the courthouse can zip right in there and park.
yeah, oh yeah.
You know,
Didn't they used to have reserved parking? I remember my Aunt Lexa had a spot that said
They have reserved
Yeah, they
parking.
still-
Yeah.
But there's no ordinance that says that's there. She could go park there, they couldn't do anything about it.
Right, I know.
But
But they've all got their little signs out in front,
If anything,
and
should
that was
change.
brought up at the meeting also. About that, and my wife just about killed me.
But that is the truth. You could go park there and there's not a thing they can do about it.
Right.
So is that the same as what we have, where it's city employee only?
No,
Why?
no.
Well, that's public right of way where those parking spots
Oh.
are.
They're on the street.
Yeah,
This
This is a city-owned parking.
Okay.
it's just they
They just painted
painted
them.
stuff that,
Well, if it doesn't ruin anybody's day, I'd be happy to go with, open them up to 2 public spots and say, this is what we're gonna try.
Yep.
But,
okay.
yeah, it's a
I
good
would also-
conversation.
Is it wrong to try to put a handicap spot back on the end outside of Forest instead of down by the alley? Because there's not a
Well,
business. down
you're
there
gonna
by the
lose
alley, is there?
one parking spot out front.
There has to be a
You will
certain
lose
width,
one
'cause
parking
handicap
spot.
has to be 17 feet,
Mhm.
that spot's
Has to be
14
wider.
feet. So you'd have to expand that 3 foot, and the next one to
Yep.
it is too narrow.
And
If
it
we
just
just
goes on
slow
down.
down.
So then you just keep chasing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we move the street light and just make that straight shot out,
So what happened if we petitioned the DOT to make those last 2 spots on their side handicap only?
One already is.
Well, how
yeah,
about we get
one
another
is, make 2.
But that's on the other side of the road, right?
Then you
It's in the
lose,
lot, just
then you lose one spot over there.
it's the north side of this parking lot,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking,
right on the
Courthouse.
exit.
yeah, I like that.
Or we just do it and see what the DOT says?
Yeah,
I like that even better.
I don't know how to do
I don't think they'll ever say anything.
They'll
No,
probably
they
never
probably
know.
Say
Yeah.
what notice.
I think we do that. I think we just go put some handicap signs out there, make that 2 spots out there and call it a day.
I 100% with you.
I'm fine.
And we'll just say, well, we maintain it, we just assumed it was ours.
You know what they say about us?
That's fine. But I'll have double handicap spots there until they figure it out.
I love it.
Okay,
What do you think about that?
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Do you mean we go put the posts in for you?
It won't be legal.
It won't.
14 foot wide.
They ain't
Oh,
white.
Take another one.
yeah, we're back.
But I'll be home all weekend, so
Yeah, we're back to that 14-foot wide.
that's
the
why I
one that's
say
there is
you're gonna
14
lose,
feet
you're
wide,
gonna
right?
lose one of those over there.
Where's
The other one, I think,
It's
is-
got a-
Or 17, I mean.
should be 17.
So the one that's there is 17, so you just need to get another 17.
Yeah, we'd have to lose a spot or something. We'd have
And
to-
make the other one a motorcycle parking only.
Well, either that or just take 2, make them 3 handicap in a row, and then you're good.
Is everyone that goes there handicapped though?
No.
No,
I'm sure
that's
they don't
why-
have the
Not
official.
necessarily.
I assume they don't have the
No.
official
No.
plaque.
They're not, you're not really helping those people.
That's a good point.
Okay, we're
Let's
literally 2 minutes from walking
Let's-
out there looking to see what we got. I got 9 minutes. Do I need to move this outside?
You can.
But no, Scott, you're exactly right. Even if we make a handicap, they don't have the placard, it's not gonna do them any good. Only the true handicap people, which most of them are probably not going to be.
Okay, make one handicap on that side and then take one away on this side.
Right, so what is one?
So he's saying the
Your
handicap
head thoughts, I have
on
no
the
idea
north
where
side and the very end parking spot
Yeah.
on the south side.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
we already have one handicap spot.
Not make that a handicap spot, make it a
Free.
free spot.
Take the sign down.
Just a
Yeah.
parking spot.
Take our sign down. That
Take
one
our
at the
sign
end
down.
is just open to anybody.
Employees.
Yes,
And the other side is handicap.
that.
Two spots.
Ron, you do something for the weekend, surprise us. I'm okay
Well, Sawzall.
with that.
Well, can't we do like one of those signs like the Walmarts have in their parking lot, like baby on board parking?
Expectant
Whatever they
mother.
call
Yeah.
it, pregnant expectant
There
mothers.
we go. There we go.
Well, where'd we get on that? The
Okay,
easy
so we're
thing,
opening one or
the
two.
easy thing is maybe 2 public parking. The more interesting one is driving a handicap sign in the one spot, making the other one on the other side public parking. What do you guys
You
think?
stay for the whole meeting. Let's go look at that afterwards.
Sounds like we might need to talk to you.
What's that?
Sounds like we might need to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh, do we? Oh, yeah, we do.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna make 2 of them public,
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
and then we're gonna go decide what we're gonna do with the other handicap.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems like
Is your blood pressure gone down?
Fine.
Okay.
But you gotta let whoever lets Patrick know that they're just open to the public.
They're just open public spots.
And we're gonna see how it goes for 2 or 3 months, and if we find out it's becoming an inconvenience to everybody, then we're gonna switch it back.
There you go.
Be there tomorrow.
So I'm just taking the sign off, I'm not pulling the post,
No, we don't need to.
because I don't wanna put it back in.
So does this have to go in front of us, with the council to approve this then, or?
It would.
So you
Oh,
can't
so
do
we
it
can't do
tomorrow?
it yet.
Seriously?
Don't do it tomorrow.
Can't.
No.
We gotta get it approved through council.
We'll wait till next meeting.
We have to take the committee recommendation into
It would be best, at least, let me double check the ordinance, double check the code, see if you gotta at least, do a resolution, you know?
I don't think we had to do too much.
Yeah, I would have thought that was just kinda under day-to-day operations and the city administrator.
I would, I just want y'all to be protected, be on the safe side, okay?
We need to go to Pikes Peak.
September 7th.
I haven't seen you out backpacking lately. So,
That's out of 4 in the morning.
Is this adjourned yet?
I was up.
Are we done?
Make a motion to adjourn that little meeting.
Okay, let's see if we got it.
Is that all right?
Sounds good to me.
Never made a
That's all I can
motion
motion to
go
do.
into it.